back to Positive Mind Saturdays with your boy Positive B White. We are here at 101 TKO Radio. Obviously, I got couches full of heavy hitters, so it's gonna be a great show, man. I want to go ahead and start off by welcoming everybody back to the second half of Positive Mind Saturdays, and hopefully y'all enjoy it as much as I do having these gentlemen here. So I'm gonna start with Duece. Shout out to my boy Duece. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I got my boy Quad here. Glad to have you. And then I got my guy, only one Tippy.
Brother, man. Go far back. They don't even know.
Yeah. So we got a lot of history, but I got a lot of history with both these fellas. And then Quad, if he rolling with him, I know he's good. So I want to go ahead and get started. Duece.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, man. Obviously, you just released the second album.
Yeah, man.
So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the name, the inspiration behind it, and let's go from there.
So, love letters to her.
Yeah.
Just is coming off of Confessions of a Sinner.
Right.
And being that I'm living my life for God and doing these things, the first album was my first offering to God. So that was all about Him. It wasn't about the production. It wasn't about any of that stuff. This was just my worship, my offering. And now that I got that one out of the way, I just felt a release. It was almost like He said, now go do your thing. So when I'm working and I have 6 albums ready to go.
6?
Yeah, man. The first one was more of your CCM worship music. I grew up in the Midwest side. I'm a Kansas and Oklahoma baby, so coming to Atlanta is where I kind of really developed into a man, got the swag and whatever else. So the first album, again, just kind of a reflection of my upbringing. And then the second album, it's all about love songs to my wife, bro. Like, we journal to each other, and I don't know if we're going to get into it, but just our communication, even at the beginning, was just a little rough and tough. And when I recognized that, I realized that maybe, because she always texted me after we had an argument or a disagreement, so I bought her a journal, and we started writing in that, so we'd write notes to each other, so it wasn't a text message. So let's talk about things before they get bad, and then we could go back and look and see the growth. So part of our therapy was the journaling. And then we kept doing it. So I've got 5-6 journals over the past 12 years of us writing notes to each other. Wow. Again, like the old school way. And there's some funny pictures I've been posting on social media because the messages that I was sliding in her DMs back in the day, it was really funny. But the Love Letters album was just a reflection of that. I wanted to honor God with my first album. I wanted to honor my wife with the second project. And then third project is going to be a heavy hitter. I've got Jeremy Reed, Chevy Music, signed to Nicki Minaj, and it's all Stevenson alums that we just putting it together. There's so many talented people that came from Stevenson, so just putting that together was important for me. So this second album, Love Letters to Her, it is my love story. It is the good, the bad, the ugly. Just wanted to speak about godly marriage, wanted to talk about relationships, and I wanted to give people something else to listen to. Not everybody wants to listen to worship music. For sure. I listen to worship music only, but not everybody wants that. So how could I, if God told me to bring His people to worship the way that I do, because that's my calling, that's my mantra, I got to be able to give people some different things that they want to listen to and still have God in it. So this album is R&B, it's rock, it's indie punk, it's just all of me. Again, Midwest kid, born, Atlanta raised, moved to Europe, moved to LA, moved to Vegas. So I've got a little bit of everything kind of mixed in. So I just wanted to have the music reflect my journey.
And shout out to that, man, releasing it. What a cool marketing deal. Releasing it on Valentine's Day. How about that?
Hey, man, our anniversary was the 18th. I wanted to release it on Valentine's Day.
Happy
but
anniversary.
Thank you. 12 years. 12 songs, 12 years. I wanted to release it on Valentine's, so my wife has had it since the party on the 18th. And now it's just being released to the world. I released it at 2:22 a.m. this morning, just playing off the Duece thing.
That's tight, man. I saw you said you couldn't help it.
I couldn't.
So,
couldn't.
but that was pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
222. So you mentioned Stevenson alumni and Stevenson people working on your project. So sitting right next to you, we got some Stevenson alumni in the building. Only one Tippy.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, you stay busy, man. What are some things you working on right now as far as music-wise?
Man.
I know that's a hard question because you be so busy,
But nah, this dude right here got me.
so modest.
This dude over here got me working
here.
overtime.
Yeah,
You hear me?
sure.
Like I'm punching the clock. Yeah, we working overtime. But I've been bro. So since the last project, the Scrooge album I dropped on Christmas, I've literally probably written like 60 songs. Now I'm in a writing mode for writing for other artists.
Okay.
And working with other artists, getting them songs, and because of this man, he put me in a different mind frame, shifting my mentality when it comes to music, what I talk about, even with Quad, you know what I'm saying? Like I was making regular music with, you heard my music.
Yeah, for sure.
But now I've been more conscious of the message I've been putting out, make sure the music clean, make sure it's radio ready without having to edit it. So
okay.
yeah. But I've been writing, bro.
Yeah.
Writing a lot.
And I know you're super, super talented, man. So all the stuff you be doing, man, I see a lot of it that you post. I know a lot of stuff you don't post. so I can only use what I see you post, but I know how you are, and I know your work ethic, especially being another Stevenson High school. Shout out to the High.
701. 701.
What up?
Yeah, so many powerful people. And then you mentioned Quad. So Quad, I want to give you opportunity. Obviously, you mentioned songwriter.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about how you got into songwriting, and what are some projects you're working on right now.
Well, for me, I've been writing since probably about 12 years old.
Okay.
And just been something that's been constant throughout my life. Traveled, performed in town, out of town. Every stage that I could find, I was there. And then just started writing for myself, just writing for other people, and so now I'm at a point where I've done so much, and then I've had a real encounter with God, and
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's what this is for. Let's talk about it.
yeah, no. So I just feel like the most important relationship that you can have in your life is with Jesus, right?
Absolutely.
And everything else stems from that. And during COVID, during 2020, right?
2020.
Seemed like it was yesterday, but
Yeah.
keep track. I just had a real encounter with God, and He showed me some things that led to the writing of this the album that I just released entitled "Eyes of a Watchman."
Eyes of a Watchman. You should check that out. Eyes of a Watchman.
Yes, sir. It's streaming that on all platforms, and it was a blessing to my life, and I pray that it's a blessing to other people, and through that I was able to reconnect with a good friend of mine, good brother of mine, Mr. Duece here,
Deuce.
and man, we just been full steam ahead ever since.
Yeah. And obviously you're in good company. But shout out to you for that relationship with God, man, because I think a lot of us don't give God enough credit. Everything that we're able to do is because of Him, and He uses us as a vessel to be able to get it out. And we spoke a little bit about it. Sometimes we try to be disobedient and and not shine our light. And what does God do?
Humble. with the quickest.
Yeah. So, but I think it's all in love. And so this project you had came out today. Obviously, we spoke about Confessions of a Sinner last time, but this project coming out on Valentine's Day, 222. Obviously, the Duece. So what made you think about dropping it at 2:22 in the morning?
Yo, I sit in my studio. I just be coming up with stuff.
Yeah.
My studio's my prayer closet. My studio's my worship room. My studio's my office. Like I spend so much time in there, and a lot of things just come to me.
Yeah.
And what I've learned from one of my spiritual mentors, his name is Jared Perry. It's when things come to me, it's testing spirits and making sure that it's God. So if something comes to me, I say, God, is this you? Right? And in my prayer and in my meditation and then just focusing on everything that I'm doing, the 222 just happened. The going with Duece just happened. Putting it out, the first album out for $2 just happened, and then we got the Russell doing the same thing that I've done already in Christmas Eve, and obviously following in the
It's all good.
anyway, just following what God's leading me to do is the key to what I'm doing. And I don't try to take credit. I try to give him the glory, and even the album itself, it is about my love for my wife and everything else. But there's also God's love in it, and every song that I do is still focused on glorifying God. I don't want to do any music, and even working with the Juggernaut over here, I was nervous because he said he wanted to work, and I said, bro, we can work, but I kind of got some rules I gotta follow. And he was just like, man, I do my devotionals, I do this, like whatever. Just like I said, nah, but we gotta live this if we're gonna talk about it and preach it. And he said, I'm on. And the craziest thing that happened is when he said, when I seen your daughters at the show, at the release party, and when I seen your daughter singing every lyric to your song, like he says, I'm not jealous of you, bro, but my daughters can't sing my song. So at the end of the day, that was a changing point for him, and that just made me like focus hardcore on that specifically.
That's
Just
big.
making sure that the music that we make our children are going to be able to not just listen to, but also worship. I didn't take it anyway because my kids do this all the time.
Right.
But when he saw it, he made me aware of it, and now I want to go even harder.
And you made me aware of the music I was putting out and the message. You know what I'm saying? So it came at the perfect time for me. I feel like everything aligned because I started working on myself more with God, reading the Bible every day, doing devotional. Just something I started at the New Year. You know, you got that New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
That was my New Year's resolution. And I've still been doing it to this day. So everything aligned, man. And, you know, he always remind me, can your daughter listen to this? My daughter 18.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But still, like, it's just something you would want her to listen to. And I'm like, yeah, let's turn the page.
And look, and that's very important. And it's funny you brought that up because, like, even on my end, the content that I put out, obviously the radio, but I do have some acting stuff from. Shout out to my girl Erin, 4.4 series. Be sure to follow that on IG as well. And some of the stuff on there, everything is my daughter can watch. But I actually had to turn down a few roles because I was cognizant of it's a role that my daughter would see me in. One was I was gonna be like a hitman, and one was I was gonna be like a hood guy which is okay, but my daughter has to see that, and obviously as she gets older, she'll be able to understand. Hey, Daddy was acting, but still, it's what you put out. But so what I want to do is I want to promo this so y'all can check this out. Hey, that's one of the beauties of working in radio. I get all kind of cool stuff, man. I love it, man. So what we're gonna do is
I said, you gonna put it on? Because I told this man before we left the house, he got us looking like we're going to a family reunion. Everybody mad. We look like cousins in here.
Hey, man, it is what it is. But that's how we go on Positive Mind Saturdays, man. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break, pay some bills, and do some things like that. We're gonna chit chat a little bit off camera, man, just to catch up on some stuff. And then when we come back, we'll get back into these gentlemen, and we'll talk some mental health with Quad, my boy Duece, and Only One Tippy. We want to get how they handle their mental wellness and all the stuff going on in the world. So y'all keep it locked with your boy Positive B White, Positive Mind Saturdays at 101 TKO Radio. Keep it locked. We'll be right back. welcome back to Positive Mind Saturdays with your boy Positive Be White. We are here at 101 TKO Radio. I got my boy Duece in the building. Y'all heard from my boy Quad. Now we got another individual who just locked in with us. I'm gonna give Duece the stage so he can introduce him and talk about that relationship. And then obviously we got some nice kicks on the floor. And I'm a sneakerhead, so I'm excited just as y'all watching it too because I want to know what's in the box. So Duece, go ahead and introduce him, man.
This is my boy KBK Customs. Definitely look him up on Instagram. Coldest Custom. He does more than J's, but he does my J, like the coldest custom creator. But I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, man. What's up, y'all? It's your boy KBK, man. Owner of KBK Customs. I'm a sneaker artist, entrepreneur, everything you can call it, man. Like I said, man, KBK don't get tracked. Yo, what you ain't doing it right. You dig what I'm saying? So look, man, I had to get my boy right, man. So this actually is a special gift for one of his peers, man, one of his homeboys, one of his best peoples, man. But he also have a parent here as well that he got himself, but he haven't seen him yet. Ooh. So we want to surprise my boy with him, man. Oh. You know what I'm saying?
You did say exclusive, but you didn't tell me this, man. Let's look at these things.
Nah, for sure. So, with me, it's all about the detail. You feel what I'm saying? I can turn any normal shoe to a shoe that you feel like you want to have that you can't get from the store. So it's a lot of small pieces in here that might catch your eye, but you might not catch it at first unless I explain it. You be like, oh, okay. So yeah, man. So
are you ready for this?
so this is actually like his homeboy's pair, but his homeboy pair got more of the details in it because it's more sentimental for him and his significant other. So he kind of know what I'm talking about, though.
So this is the first time I'm an actual groomsman in a wedding, and I wanted to give him a dope gift.
Ooh.
So
I'm pulling out the camera for this.
Here we go. So we got. You can explain it.
So I'm gonna show y'all. So we got the off-white AJ1 lows, man. So this was just an all basically beige sneaker. So I switched the color panel, took real calfskin leather. This is real calfskin leather. I took real suede, took everything up, sold it in. We got their dates that they're getting married on the back of the hang tag. We got the insole that has their face in the inside.
Their engagement photos.
I'm catching this.
You know what I'm saying? Then we got, if you look in the inside, it has what he is, which is the groom. Inside the tongue. And if you look on the other side, we got their.
So he's Puerto Rican and she's Brazilian, so I had him put the tags on the tongues.
And if you look both in the insoles, you got it to where they basically looking at each other.
That's so crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about the small details, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything hand stitched, everything hand painted. You reconstruct and deconstruct. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. So, like I say, man, it's just all about the storytelling, all about the details. We don't expose the foam and everything, but this is his pair as the best man, as one of the grooms, man.
I got the bachelor party in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
We going to do some jet skis and stuff down the Miami.
We got the second pair right here. If you look inside the tongue, it has groomsmen. Let him know who he is, man. So, yeah. Like I say, man, all about the details.
Hey, man, y'all see it right here, man. Y'all be sure to follow him. Hey, give me your social media again, man.
Y'all can follow me on social media at KBK Custom. That's spelled KBKCUSTOMZ. Dig. Yeah, man.
Like, man, I might have to get a pair of. I might have to get something made. I might have to get something cooked up, man. So I'm gonna definitely be following you, and I'm gonna be in touch, man, because I'm a sneakerhead. So I like.
Nah, for sure. Just know we're going.
And I got your shirt. This is the only one bearing gifts. So.
My boy Duece came through and dropped off some. I love working in radio, man. And then we get to see exclusive stuff, man. So obviously, what else you got working on?
So, Tippy, myself, and
Okay.
Trail, Water's Edge.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, so the three of us have gotten together as a writing collective, and we decided to start putting out just records. We decided to start working together. Trail being the voice, me behind the boards, Tippy being the crazy pen and the crazy lyricist that he is. We all write, we all. Tippy sang yesterday, first time I ever got him to sing on a record.
You got Tippy to sing?
Yes, sir. So all three of us are really getting together and really putting in work right now, man. So we're building this catalog. Definitely plan on running down Ray Daniels at the studio and being like, hey man, just name a genre So we're just putting together a collective. It's called the Moment Group. So that's kind of like the next move. And again, all music that glorifies God, or at least all music that is not going to lead people down the wrong path. So I want to give people, maybe not shouldn't be in the club or not, but I want to give you records you can listen to in the club, in the car, at the gym while you're working out, when you're chilling with your girl, when you're just playing spades with the fellas. I want to create a soundscape and a journey for people to listen to music that is not going to subconsciously or consciously give them the wrong messaging, because I know how important that is. My first album was Eminem's album. My first album was an Eminem show when I listened to music, right, rap music. And my mother was the most incredible woman in the world, but at a young age I realized that I started having problems, or started trying to pick fights, or even be just belligerent with my own mother because I was listening to Eminem talking to crazy about whatever. So at the end of the day, and I still love Eminem. I think he is the best. He's my GOAT. But I need to be very cautious about the music that I'm putting out, because I don't want to lead another young man or another young lady down that wrong path. But I want to give them anything that they're looking for in whatever setting that they're in. So that's where I'm at.
Tight, man. And obviously, I want to chime back in with you too, Quad, as well. Songwriting wise, obviously, songwriting is a really a talent that I think goes unnoticed, not unnoticed, but doesn't get enough credit as far as songwriting. So how has songwriting for you? How is that? Obviously, you said you had you ran into God. You had a real life changing. How much has God helped you in your songwriting career?
I mean, he's been there everything in it. He's been there everything in it. I don't write anything unless the spirit is involved. Period. Everything that I do, as the Duece was talking about earlier, I won't write anything unless it's honest. Unless it points people to the cross, unless it points people to Christ. As I was saying earlier, it's the most important relationship you can have. At the end of the day, all of us got to stand before God.
Right.
When it's all said and done. So, I think my life's mission, I think, any life mission is, to prepare people for that moment. There's nothing else matters. And so, I want to see that reflected in my music. I want people to gain, a better position in the spirit, a better position with God. And even if you listen to my music and you're not quite there yet, hopefully it's a conduit to get you one step closer. Right. And that's all it's about, is positivity, moving forward, moving closer to God, and ultimately, building that relationship.
What is the artist that you want to work with in the future? If you had the opportunity to work with any artist, past or present, that you really want to lock in with and just do some work with, who would that be? And then I'm gonna get to you. So I'm gonna ask you the same question as well.
Besides Duece, on the one tip me.
Two heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Two heavy hitters.
I don't know, man. I'm willing to work with anybody who's on the same mission. Right. Anybody that's focused on bettering people. Anybody that's focused on getting people, recalibrating their mind and pushing people towards God. I'm with it. But yeah, that's about it for me. I pretty much try to stay as open as I can, because you never know which way God is going to lead you to.
Absolutely. That's the case. Duece, what about you, man? Obviously, we spoke on the phone, so I want to give you the opportunity. If you could work with any artist, past or present, who would it be, and let's say why?
Past, present, and future. Just for the baseline, I am not looking to work with anybody like specifically. Just growing up in Atlanta, coming here, high school, and really following what Jermaine Dupri did. I really respect Jermaine Dupri from a creative standpoint, production standpoint, writing standpoint. Jermaine never went out and sought out stars to go work with, so he curated sounds and curated music himself, and he became the person to work with. So is there anybody that I want to work with? I'm working with everybody I want to work with. We're in the kitchen and we're cooking up right now. So when we start releasing these songs, I guarantee everybody's going to want to come and work with us.
Yeah.
So I mean, just off top, Ty Tribbett, Pastor Mike, Frank, Forrest Frank, Tori Kelly, CC Winans. Definitely want to get with Uncle Kirk and knock one out. But at the end of the day, I'm just focused on pushing the music out to the best of my ability, production-wise, songwriting-wise, mixing and mastering-wise. I do everything in-house. So I've got the team. We've got 4 or 5 writers, and we are all creating. I'm working with who I want to work with right now because I want to put out the sound. I jokingly said I want to run records. I use the booth as my pulpit because I'm not a pastor in the sense of I'm not going to be in front of a church in a building, but I look at myself as a pastor in the booth, and I just want to continue to do that. And whoever wants to work, I'm willing to get in. But when we do talk and when we do work, I always make sure that I understand where your heart is, because I want you to understand where my heart is. And if those two things align, then I'm down to work with whoever.
That's tight, man. So what I do, what I make it a point on my shows is I'm a big guy, a big mental wellness guy, if that makes sense. I always like to get brothers' opinion on how they handle mental wellness. So I'm gonna start with you first, and then I just want a quick how you handle mental wellness. How do you stay mentally sharp? Obviously, you're in the shoe game, working with a lot of different people, just doing a lot of different customers. How do you keep your mental wellness together?
As you know, like being an entrepreneur is just it can be mentally draining itself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So honestly, just getting close to the man above. Honestly, I'm a big believer in just having my trust in God, just knowing that whatever position He put me in, that's what He got for me. Even though, like, if we go through struggles or anything, I know that He know that I'm strong enough to get through it. But as far as like my mental, though, I just gotta, like I said, just pray on it. You know what I'm saying? Just part of the process a little bit, but I don't never just over like strain myself sometimes when it comes to opportunities, because like every opportunity ain't really, it might be look too good, but it can be too good to be true sometimes, especially when the money involved. Sure. All money ain't good money. So with me, it's just more so just sitting back, sometimes taking a day off, taking 2 days, and just kind of like trusting Him for real when it comes to my mental, honestly. As an entrepreneur, just because like this is something that you can really stress you out for real. Like,
Sure. Yeah, for sure. So shout out to that, man, and shout out to how you handle that. Obviously, you rooted in God as well.
Of course,
I think
man.
all of us can kind of have that same answer to a certain extent. And then, Quad, I want to get your answer as well. How do you stay mentally capable, man, of just handling everything in this kind of crazy world?
Man, you know, I really, I do my best not to.
Okay.
And part of that is, I guess what I mean by that is that, number one, when you put your faith and your trust in God, right? You know, you gotta know that God is bigger than whatever else situation. That's facts, you know? And so, trusting in Him is like, okay, man, I'm going through something right now. Like, I'm really dealing with something. And, you know, the only thing that can trump that, or trump the difficulties that come their way is prayer, is God. Just not, right? Just like the Bible says that what Jesus was talking about, building your foundation, right? And how the waves and the winds of life will come and blow against us. You know, it's going to come to everybody's house, but what is your foundation built on? Absolutely. And so, just remembering that, remember scripture, praying, just talking to God, let Him know what's on my heart, what's on my mind. Could be the good things, could be the bad things. But in any event, whatever is, whatever comes, I just know that having that foundation in Christ is going to help me through whatever I got to do.
Brick by brick, and having a solid foundation. That's the key. That's the key. God and a solid foundation. Duece.
Yes, sir.
I want to finish off with you, man. Obviously, we spoke about this a little bit your last interview, but you got a title, you got several titles that you have to juggle. One being a husband, father, obviously a musician. How do you stay mentally capable to handle all that?
So, just continuing off the last answer is one, knowing that I can't do it.
Right.
So the surrender is there. Then the obedience and the focus is there. But moving past that, as I move forward, since that has happened, I wake up every day and continue to choose that. And then I'm also surrounding myself with people that are also on the same wavelength. Because being able to do this is not easy. It is discouraging. It has its moments. And even, I would even say with Tip doing a record the other day, I started getting outside of myself because I was just excited and we were all creating. And Tippy said, "Yo, you sure we should say that or do that?" And I was just like, because I have now surrounded myself with good brothers, with I call us like disciples because we are doing these things. Like the hip hop album that I'm gonna put out is called Sons of Thunder, and Quad and Tippy, main characters in that story. I've surrounded myself with men that are going to uplift me like iron sharpening iron. I've surrounded myself with people that are all like-minded, and battling the mental health thing by yourself, the devil wants us to be alone.
Right.
So it's purposefully not being alone. Because I'm good by myself. I'm a lone wolf. I'm happy. I'm good. But that's not what God wants for me. God wants me to be out and with other men and pushing his narrative, his love and story. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I've continued to do. Mental health wise. Everybody think I'm high all the time, or I'm drinking something because I'm on the Jesus juice right now. And I've been on it for a very long time.
Shout out to the Jesus juice.
Yeah, man. That's how I do it anyway.
Hey, shout out to that, man. So what I want to do is I want to give everybody an opportunity to introduce their social media or website. Basically, this is open for anybody who wants to book you or book any one of you that want to get a custom shoe, if they want some of your songwriting services. And I'm going to start with you, Quad. How can they get in contact with you? Social media, website, email, whatever you want to put out to get contact. If you need to get contact.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at QUADDBATL. That's on Instagram. And then for all bookings, Fire by Night Recordings at gmail.com.
There it is. So open it up for you.
Yeah, you can follow me on all social media platforms at KBK Customs. That's spelled KBKCUSTOMZ. As far as booking, either social media or you can go to my website at kbkcustoms.org.
I appreciate that, Duece.
Yes, sir.
How can I get in contact with you, brother?
Everything's worship and praise. We hit man, so we can get him finished right now. But worship and praise, spelled with no vowels, WRSHP NPRYZ.
Absolutely. I want to take the time to appreciate each and every person who came through and listened in to Positive Mind Saturdays. Shout out to my boy Only One Tippy. Shout out to my girl Erin. Be sure to check out 4.4 series on IG as well, because that's actually something I'm a part of. I think we're going to do some filming. Get back to filming this year, so be sure to follow her as well. Erin, and then follow me on all social media. Positive Light on everything. TikTok, Instagram, Jesus, so many. LinkedIn, YouTube. Facebook. Be sure to follow me at Positive White on all those social media. Shout out to my guy Nelson, who's doing this thing as always. Shout out to 101 TKO Radio. Be sure to follow us on all social media. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and then also YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe. This has been another episode of Positive Mind Saturdays with your host, Positive White. Stay locked in. We'll be back next week for another dope episode with another dope array of guests. I always like to say we're going to keep the positivity going into 2026 as we always have. Duece. I appreciate you, brother. Hey, man, dope job on those customs. I'm going to be in touch because I'm definitely a sneakerhead and I want something custom too as well. We're going to follow each other on social media. I want to lock in with you, man. You're a cool brother, and I like that. These guys, man, I know you're good. Y'all stay tuned for next week's show, Positive Mind Saturdays. With your boy Positive White. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.